Okay, I'm still sitting on the same bench right now, not at the gardens yet. But I wanted to say. Well, what did I want to say? Nah, I don't remember. Oh, yeah. So, this is intense guerrilla filmmaking. It's all about the truth. Hi there. I'm Nick Miller, and this is Nick on a bench in Christchurch. Now, you may be thinking, it looks like this guy's just holding his camera and it's kind of like a selfie. And yeah, that's kind of the point of my show. There's no crew, except for me. There's no star, except for me. And there's no budget, so it's just gonna be me holding my iPhone and sometimes sitting on a bench. But there will be more. I won't just be sitting on benches. I'll also be walking, and sometimes you'll see things and my face won't be in the frame, so that should be a lot more pleasant for you. Now, today, I am on a bench somewhere in Christchurch. Where exactly? Hakeley Park. Now, the important thing to note about myself and the show is that I don't really know how to pronounce a lot of the words and names in New Zealand, or really most countries, including America, where I'm from. But, Hakeley Park makes sense to me. It sounds better than Hagley Park, which makes me think of hags, right? Kind of gross, wordy, green, I don't know. So we'll go with Hakeley. And this is just the fields, so let's take a look here. Ooh, some nice fields. Yeah. And actually, now over this way, you can see some people playing croquet. There's a nice croquet setup, and beyond that, you can't really see it, but some people are playing tennis. There's some tennis courts, and yeah, I mean, that's about it. There's a golf course somewhere also. But just to start off the show here, that's what is here. And much like how I don't know how to pronounce names, I also, I know a few facts about what I'm talking about, but I'm probably going to guess or make some of them up as well as we go along. So, in this guide to Christchurch, we'll just say Hagley Park was founded in 1850. Sounds about right. And the first settlers here, they had a lot of barbecues. And so they thought, no, we'll just make it a park because people have barbecues at parks. And we'll also put in a golf course because we like to play golf. That's what settlers in 1850 in New Zealand did. And then, let's see. Oh, there's also the Botanic Garden, so I'll go show you some shots of that later on. Those really are beautiful. The field is kind of a joke, but it's a totally nice field. If I was going to play a sport here, this is probably where I'd do it. But yeah, the garden's lovely. So let's go take a look at those. Now this area is known as the Water Garden. Ooh, and a few, yep, right there. That's the mysterious species known as duck. Whoa. Lucky we caught a glimpse of that one. Now, I'm in the botanical garden, but it's probably better to think of it as a wild jungle that no other man or woman or human being of any sort has been in, at least has not been in and survived. Oh, there's some more ducks? Can we get food? The peaceful Avon River flows through Hagley Park and the Botanic Gardens like a dream through the mind of a sleeping child. Ooh, there's another duck. Now, some people say that the Avon is the same Avon that flows through Stratford-upon-Avon, home of Shakespeare. And really, who am I to say that they're wrong? Now I'm here in an area of the Botanic Gardens known as the Garden of the Moon. At least it's known that way to me. The park staff probably has a different name for it, but I like to think that this is probably what the moon gardens that we all know of on the moon look like. Lush, but a little rocky. Now here I'm just trying to demonstrate the size of this tree compared to my hand. It's quite large. Oh, what's that? We don't have the whole tree in the frame? Okay, well, I have to remove my hand, but we'll just see how far back we need to go. Oh, big tree. Ooh. Yeah, see, so my hand is like, I don't know, 1/8 the size of that. This is a eucalyptus tree. I learned that from a sign. And you probably can't smell what it's like to be here, unless you're watching this in the future, like maybe 2025, but the eucalyptus smell is quite strong. It's not just from this tree, there's others around here. And probably other plants giving off smells, but yeah, it's quite nice. Now, if you like roses, this is the place for you. It's known, unsurprisingly, as the Rose Garden, or something like that. And it's got all 52 known varieties. That's right, one for each week of the year. Yeah, just a billion roses. And over here, there's like a greenhouse, I think. There's some people up there. I like to think that they're watching us, watching them. Yeah. Alright, I'm standing here right in front of what is known as the largest rose in the universe. Wow, nobody knows how they got it so big, but it's bigger than my head. Next to the rose garden is the road of broken dreams. Right now I'm in the place where they filmed those scenes in the old Lemony Snicket movie that starred Jim Carrey. Not many people liked it, but I did. And I haven't seen the new series that was on Netflix, but I bet it's great too. And they probably also used this place as their filming location. As I understand it, that whole movie was filmed in New Zealand based on Jim Carrey's insistence after he saw The Lord of the Rings and saw how much success they had filming here. So that's a fun tidbit for you. I'm standing here in front of the Peacock Fountain. Now, after talking to my contacts on the streets, it seems that the consensus is that the fountain is named after a Mr. Peacock who, I don't know, built it or talked... Oh, there's a sign right here, actually. It was constructed, blah, blah, blah. J.T. Peacock. It's in his honor, so that's cool. Now, I know that's what the sign says, but isn't there just a chance that they're lying? Yeah, I think so. I think the real truth here is that the fountain was constructed by peacocks, and they're just trying to cover up the truth. Now, that reminds me of another incident. Once when I was at work, this is back in Washington, and outside of work was a peacock that was just running around. And after doing some research, Googling, basically, I found that nobody actually knows where peacocks are from. I was pretty sure they weren't from Washington, and so it was odd to see one. Maybe it had escaped from the zoo or something. But yeah, it's one of the bigger mysteries of the modern world. Where do peacocks live? No one knows. Now, up ahead you can see a great example of a crane. Now this structure is, I believe, unique to New Zealand, and it's a symbol of really the construction industry and what the city's gone through. As you no doubt know, there was a massive earthquake a few years ago, and much of the city is still under construction. Maybe you'll see some more examples of it, maybe not, but yeah, this crane is, it's all over the city. Well, if I had just turned my head to the left a second ago, I would have seen a much better example of the construction. This is literally right next to me. Whoa! And this is, yeah, this building here, or group of buildings, is the Arts Center. It was built a long time ago, damaged, presumably, in the earthquake. now under construction. Some of it's opened up though, and there's a cool little space called the Gym, where they've got some, what do they call it? It's the Free Theater Company. They work in there. And there's a fudge shop, and there's a gelato shop. And I don't know, is there really anything else you need to know to want to go visit? I don't think so. The famous Christchurch Art Gallery with, what's that? My God, it's disgusting. Now Christchurch, of course, is known for its fabulous art. Nachos, baby. Nachos. In front of me is Scorpio Books. They have a decent selection of books, that's fine, but most importantly, when I first went in there, they were playing the Twin Peaks theme song. Now, if you want to see more construction, you can literally go anywhere else in the world, but also, here's some. I don't really know exactly what they're building here. I'd like to think it's, I don't know, prison? Here's what I'm sure will be a nice long promenade one day, though it is right next to the prison, so I'm not sure if anyone's really going to want to, walk it. Now, in addition to having the top religious sounding name in the English-speaking world, Christchurch, Christchurch also has the largest graffiti street art picture of a Smurf riding a white tiger in the English-speaking world, so I think that's pretty impressive, don't you? Not only that, if you look over here, oh, that's a top cat in the distance, and I love top cats, so that's really cool. Now, Christchurch is also famous for the famous hell. Alright, well I'm here at the big Christmas concert in Christchurch. It's put on by a little, I guess local brand, you probably haven't heard of it, it's called Coca-Cola. And can't really zoom in with the camera like this, but over there, everything on the stage says Coca-Cola. And there's also a gigantic Christmas tree right in front of it. So they're really big on both the Coke and the Christmas. And I kind of perused the program earlier. It looks to me like it's going to be kind of like a live Hallmark movie. Not in that it's a play, but just kind of, it's what you know, if you're watching Hallmark Christmas movies, this I think will fit right in. And there's also, it's like a giant balloon over there. It says Lost Kids, so I guess if you want to pick up a few children, I don't know why you'd want to, but you can do that there. And they got a bunch of food over there, and I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna hate this whole experience, but maybe not. That's free, so that's the key here. There we go. Merry Christmas from Coca-Cola. Remember, Coke loves you. And the gigantic Christmas tree. And then this whole area, it's the Canterbury Plains. And so I was kind of thinking of that, like there's herds of children running around, kind of like the other native creatures, bison. Probably didn't have bison here. Now I'd like to say that I'm immune to advertising, but I kept saying the words Coca-Cola, and then I kept seeing people walking around with cans of Coke in their hands, and I'm ashamed to say, snap into a fresh one. But no, I didn't pay for it. There's a tent over there, and they're just giving them out for free. So in a way, it's like Coke paid me to come here. Alright, well the show has started. I don't know if I'm feeling the Christmas spirit, or maybe just a seething disdain for children. But I'm feeling something. It's also, there's a lot of these people wearing, there's some guys saying hi. There's a lot of these people wearing jean jackets and white pants or shorts. By pants I mean trousers for all my English viewers out there. Yeah, I don't know. There's only one, obviously, here at the moment, but oh wait, no, here comes some more. Well, it's strange, right? I don't know what the deal is. Anyways, this whole thing is exactly what I thought it would be. Even though this right now is some sort of a cappella version. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Alright, well, I found this quiet area in the back with a giant screen. I think this is where grumpy adults come to stay. And I gotta say, it's a really good idea. And you can get a better sense of what the show is like. Saxophones rocking around the Christmas tree. Big headphones. Well, it's the end of another day in Christchurch. From Hakeley Park to a construction site. From another construction site to Christmas in the Park, presented by Coca-Cola. From here to eternity. Thanks for joining me on this one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime trip through Christchurch. Until the next one. Remember, I'm Nick on a bench somewhere. Alright, well, I'm on another bench here in Christchurch, and I'm just gonna read the credits right after I read a piece of fan mail, because that's the weekly tradition here. Daily tradition, maybe. So I've got a bag right here, and it's stuffed full of just fan mail. Letters, handwritten letters that people have sent in. And I'm just reaching in. God, there's so many. God, so much paper. You can see why people went to computers. I'm just taking one at random. I don't care which one it is. Oh, here's one. Totally handwritten. And I'm just gonna pull it up here. Whoa, God. It's a windy day here in the Windy City. Okay, so, Dear Nick, I think you're a dreamboat. How'd you ever become just so dreamy? All the best, little Susie, age 84. Well, little Susie, I gotta tell you, I do have a secret. It's called Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, drink fresh. Now for the credits. Everything by Nick Miller.